Hey, so today I'm just doing a quick overview of the Razer BlackWidow Ultimate 2013 gaming keyboard. So this is taken in 2025. So this is about a 12-year-old keyboard. I bought it new. It would cost about $140 back in the day. So I've gotten great use out of it to play games, to do office work, anything photo editing. It's actually just a great keyboard that's served me quite well. It's wired, and it's got a pass-through USB port and an input and output 3.5 millimeter jack. So if you're someone who's like looking for a used keyboard and you come across one of the Razer BlackWidow Ultimate 2013s, just take note. It's a heavy, well-built, sturdy keyboard. It's basically got it's a little bit over 3 pounds. It's fully mechanical, so it is loud. When you type on this thing, you're gonna hear it. But every single key, be it the 5 macro keys that you can assign for games or like Photoshop or Lightroom functions, or just keyboard like a spacebar, the keys for directional keys, the numpad. It's really solid. It doesn't move a lot when you're gaming, like when you're just like doing a first-person shooter and you got like the WASDS typical like navigation when you're moving your character around and then aiming with your mouse. Like it just doesn't shift because it's got some heft to it. Of course, it always matters on what surface you put it on. I've got like a pretty polished, slick wood top here, but it still doesn't want to move. I mean, if I deliberately push it, yes, it'll move, but it's not the easiest. Like if I put a decent amount of weight in there, it's not wanting to move much. So it's pretty good there. The cord is braided, so it's like a little bit on the premium feel. It just, when you see a standard cord that's just plastic, and then you see something like this, it just, it feels more durable. I know the trend in 2025, even before that, obviously, was, a lot of people going wireless. But, I mean, you don't have to deal with batteries, right? You plug it in, yeah, you've got a cord, but it just works, right? It always works. The pass-through port, I've used this for a mouse or a gaming pad, which I've got one of the old Razer gaming pads here. But what you have to remember about this keyboard, it does need 2 USB ports, right? So one for the keyboard and one for the pass-through. You can use the input-output on the audio if you want to, but I honestly don't. I just been, when I game and stuff, I just have my speaker and microphone set up here, so don't need to have headphones. But if you do, plug one right here, unplug them from here, and you can use this system or swap between the two depending on if you need to be quiet or if you can game a little bit more louder. The backlighting on this older keyboard, it's just green. It's like when Razer was kind of in this time period in 2013-ish, like their main color was green, and that was the one color they offered. Now they have like the Razer Chroma system, so you can change the color to anything you want. But back in the day, you got Razer green, basically. Like I said earlier, there's these 5 macro keys, so you can assign them on the Razer software. What's cool is in 2025, with all of these software updates Razer's done, this keyboard is still compatible with all of that. So you can still customize all these things. Like, it still works. It's not like they've dropped support in any way. It actually is still there. Last couple things I want to mention is the key switches are Cherry MX Blues, which is why they're loud. It's not a quiet keyboard, like I said. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to cover here. It's got support feet on the bottom, so you can go flat, or you can extend those back out and just have that tilt depending on how you want to use your keyboard. They've got media keys up here, so it's got volume control, play, pause, forward and back, and then there's some Razer kind of proprietary keys for gaming, and then you can control the backlight intensity, so dim it or make it brighter, and this is sleep for, I think, the computer. And this is all controlled by the function key, so you hit function in one of those and then it'll do its thing. Yeah, so just wanted to kind of shoot a quick video. Just wanted to do some YouTube videos on these kind of things. And I'm going to start replacing some of my stuff too, so I'll film some new ones about that new equipment. But I just wanted to kind of, if you're someone who's looking for a more modern video and take on this keyboard in 2025 and beyond, it's still a great buy. And I think right now, if you look on eBay, you can buy a pre-owned version of this that's probably pretty well cared for, up to 50, but as low as like 25. And that's a really good deal if you're looking for a pre-owned keyboard. You know, you'll have to clean it up. Just wipe it all down with alcohol swabs, you know, like or like lens wipes, and then vacuum it up. And hopefully the seller did that for you, so it kind of feels like new to you, because it is kind of, you know, keyboards are one of those things that get a little bit gross, because, you know, it's just that we're humans, right? We shed skin and all that stuff. So you vacuum it up, you wipe it down, it'll feel new to you. Make sure you check out, you know, get some photos, or at least understand if the cord's in good shape, the ports still work, all those things. Hopefully, you know, pet free, smoke free, but if not, then, you know, just make sure it's good. Test out the keys, plug it in, make sure it's working well. But just based on how sturdy this thing is, I don't think you're gonna have a problem. But, you know, you never know, right? Just make sure. But it's still a great value if you buy it pre-owned. And I think it's probably built to a higher standard than some of the more modern things in 2025. It's just like when Razer was starting off, I think, you know, they were trying to build some really impressive hardware, and this one is just held up so well. Again, 12 years old, nothing's broken. It just works. Every key works. The backlight is even and strong still. It's not dim in any place. The ports work perfectly. Is it heavy? Yeah. Does it have different colors? No. But again, those are small compromises to make for saving a ton of money on a pre-owned keyboard. I've actually got this one for sale on eBay myself, and locally on Facebook Marketplace. We'll see if it sells. I'm aiming for about 35 to 50, depending on what I get for offers. But yeah, just wanted to shoot a quick video and give you my thoughts on this one. Thank you.